what exactly was unveiled today? It all seemed to be about driverless cars rather than voice recognition.
Right, this was Baidu's inaugural artificial intelligence conference, and it attracted more than 4,000 people, and it was supposed to be a chance for them to show off their technology, new developments in AI, and really get the artificial intelligence community excited and ready to work with Baidu. Now, the big news from today was that they unveiled more than 50 partnerships with folks across the board for driverless cars. Now, these players included Ford, include big suppliers like Bosch, it included ride-hailing services like Grab, and Baidu basically saying we want to be the Android of the driverless ecosystem. We want to be the open software platform and work with all of these other game-changing players to make our technology as good as possible and beat our rivals.
Martin, talk to us about the driverless car ecosystem. And is this clever, going in on a partnership strategy to try and compete with the Waymos and the Ubers?
I think they kind of have to do it in order to kind of to catch up. I think they are playing catch up. I think Waymo, started way before everyone else. They've clocked way more miles than anyone else, about 3 million miles on public roads from self-driving cars, with very, very little occurrences of human drivers having to take back the wheel. Yeah. And I think Waymo is ahead in that race, and the other main tech players are playing catch up now.
Selena, where do we stand therefore in the race? I mean, the partnership seems to be a savvy way that Baidu is dealing with this, but we've got quite a short timeline by which time they want to get all these cars on the road, and can they achieve it?
Definitely. I think Martin made a really good point. Baidu definitely is playing catch up here. They're behind Waymo. Experts say that the technology is a year or so behind. And I think another caveat to all these partnerships, while it is smart and it's the best way forward for them, these likely aren't exclusive partnerships. A lot of these players that were announced are also working with Alphabet's Waymo. And for these partners, it's in their best interest to be with as many different driverless car software providers as possible. Just because it's still so early, we don't know exactly who's going to win. But you're right, they want to have the driverless car on the roads by 2018, mass production just a few years after that. So they need to do everything possible to get to those timelines, especially as their core business is struggling. So they have a lot to prove.